Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The rumor mill is buzzing louder than ever in Chicago as whispers emerge about the possible return of Eddie Jackson to the Bears. Imagine the excitement, the energy, and the wave of nostalgia flooding through the Windy City if the team actually brings back their beloved safety. Jackson, known for his game-changing plays and leadership on the field, once stood as a pillar of the Bears' defense, a player who could read the quarterback's mind and transform the game with a single interception or bone-crushing tackle. Fans are already imagining the roar of the crowd, the chants, and the celebrations that would greet his return. Some insiders hint that negotiations are heating up behind closed doors, with both sides exploring the possibility of a reunion that could redefine the Bears' defense this upcoming season. It's like a scene out of a sports movie, with the hometown hero coming back to the squad that shaped his career. The buzz isn't just about nostalgia, though. It's about what Jackson could bring to a Bears team that's been searching for stability and leadership in their secondary. His return could be the spark that ignites a fierce defense, turning the Bears into a contender once again. The city is on edge, hoping that this is more than just talk. Speculation is running wild about the potential impact Eddie Jackson's return could have on the Bears' locker room and fan base alike. Players who shared the field with Jackson in past seasons have reportedly been vocal about how much his presence elevated the team's morale and performance. Veterans and rookies alike would benefit from his experience, creating a mentorship dynamic that's often missing in today's fast-paced NFL environment. On the flip side, some analysts wonder if the chemistry that once made the Bears' defense formidable can be reignited, considering the shifts in team composition and coaching staff since Jackson's departure. Still, many insiders argue that a player of Jackson's caliber adapts and even thrives amid change, bringing a veteran savvy that young players crave. Meanwhile, fans on social media are speculating wildly, imagining highlight reels featuring Jackson's signature interceptions, game-saving tackles, and those moments of sheer brilliance that electrified Soldier Field. Some question the financial aspects, wondering if the Bears can afford to bring him back without sacrificing other key parts of the roster. Rumors suggest that the front office might be considering creative contract structures to make this happen, signaling serious intent. The excitement is palpable as the city prepares for what could be one of the most thrilling off-season moves in recent memory. As chatter grows, insiders reveal that Eddie Jackson's potential return is not just a feel-good story, but a strategic move for the Bears' defensive rebuild. After a few seasons of ups and downs, Chicago has been eager to re-establish a dominant secondary, and bringing back a player who knows the system inside out could accelerate that process. Some sources hint at behind-the-scenes discussions involving coaches who are pushing hard for Jackson's return, believing that his football IQ and versatility could dramatically improve their defensive schemes. There's talk about his ability to seamlessly integrate into different formations, whether as a deep safety or a playmaker closer to the line of scrimmage. Additionally, the potential leadership role Jackson could assume is another compelling factor. The Bears have been hunting for vocal leaders who can rally the defense during tough moments, and Eddie's history of stepping up in critical situations makes him a prime candidate. On the flip side, skeptics argue that the NFL is constantly evolving, and players need to adapt quickly to new systems, questioning whether Jackson's skills will translate after his time away. However, recent reports suggest that Jackson has stayed in top physical shape and has been studying film to keep his football mind sharp. This blend of preparation and opportunity has everyone waiting with bated breath, hoping this story turns into reality. The city of Chicago itself could feel a seismic shift if Eddie Jackson officially rejoins the Bears. Beyond the X's and O's, the cultural impact of his homecoming could rejuvenate the fan base, which has been starved for consistent defensive dominance. Imagine the headlines, the viral moments, and the buzz at Soldier Field as fans pack the stands to witness a familiar face leading the defense. Merchandise sales would likely spike, with Jackson's jersey flying off the shelves and social media exploding with tributes and highlights. Some insiders suggest that the Bears marketing team is already preparing campaigns to capitalize on the excitement, planning fan events and meet and greets that would reignite community engagement. From a broader perspective, the psychological boost to the team cannot be understated. Players thrive on energy, and having a player like Jackson, who carries respect and admiration, could be the catalyst for a stronger, more united squad. However, as with any big move, there's always the risk of pressure weighing on the returning player, who would be expected to perform at a high level immediately. The locker room dynamics will be interesting to watch, as new leaders emerge and the balance of power shifts. Fans and analysts alike are debating whether Jackson's return will spark a new era or if the Bears will have to manage growing pains as they integrate him back into the fold. Talk of Eddie Jackson's return has even sparked conversations about the potential ripple effects across the NFL. Teams observing Chicago's maneuvers might start reconsidering their own roster strategies, especially those competing in the same division. The NFC North could see a subtle power shift, with the Bears potentially reclaiming defensive dominance that would force rivals to rethink their offensive game plans. Coaches from other teams might be paying close attention, analyzing how Jackson's skill set could disrupt passing attacks and create turnovers that change the course of games. There's also speculation about how this move could influence the Bears' draft and free agency decisions. If Jackson returns, the front office might shift focus toward reinforcing other areas, feeling more confident in the secondary stability. Meanwhile, analysts ponder the financial gymnastics needed to secure Jackson without sacrificing long-term flexibility. Could this be a sign that the Bears are all in on winning now, or is it a calculated risk to balance veteran presence with young talent? As the rumor mill spins faster, the sports world watches with interest, knowing that a high-profile signing like this rarely happens without shaking up the entire league's dynamics. For Chicago, it could mark the beginning of a bold new chapter filled with hope and ambition. Behind the scenes, the negotiations are said to be a delicate dance between the Bears' front office and Eddie Jackson's camp. Sources close to the situation hint at back-and-forth talks that balance Jackson's desire for a competitive contract and the Bears' need to maintain salary cap health. Reports suggest that Jackson is weighing offers carefully, with his focus not just on money, but on the team's vision and chance to contend. He's reportedly impressed by the front office's plans and coaching staff's confidence in him, which could be tipping the scales in Chicago's favor. Meanwhile, Bears executives are reportedly mindful of fan expectations, wanting to avoid disappointing the loyal fan base that has been rallying behind the possibility of his return. These high-stakes negotiations add a layer of drama to the unfolding story, with each side aiming to secure a deal that benefits both. There's talk that Jackson's return could be announced at a major team event or press conference, adding theatrical flair to the announcement. As contract talks continue, the media and fans remain glued to every hint and leak, dissecting every tweet, interview, and insider report. It's a suspenseful period filled with anticipation, where one phone call could change everything. Meanwhile, speculation about how Eddie Jackson's playing style fits into the current Bears defense is a hot topic. Analysts point out that his combination of speed, awareness, and tackling ability would complement the emerging young talent on the roster. Some believe his presence could allow the Bears to experiment with more aggressive blitz packages, knowing they have a reliable safety to cover deep. Others argue that Jackson's knack for reading offenses and making pivotal plays could elevate the defense's overall intelligence, turning it into a more adaptive and unpredictable unit. There's also discussion about how his return might influence the Bears' special teams, where his versatility could be a game-changer. Fans and pundits alike are imagining thrilling moments where Jackson breaks up critical passes or intercepts game-winning throws, moments that define seasons and build legacies. Of course, some caution that football is a team sport, and while Jackson's addition would be huge, success depends on the entire unit's cohesion. Still, the overarching sentiment is that this move, if it happens, could be a masterstroke in Chicago's quest to reclaim their defensive identity and compete at the highest level. Finally, amidst all the excitement, there's a palpable sense of hope that transcends just the football field. Eddie Jackson's possible return symbolizes a homecoming story that resonates deeply with Chicagoans. It's about loyalty, passion, and the thrill of seeing a hometown hero come back to fight for the city's pride. The narrative taps into the emotional connection fans have with the team, offering a storyline filled with redemption, second chances, and unfinished business. This isn't just a sports move. It's a cultural moment that could unite the community and reignite the Bears' legacy in the NFL. As the rumor persists and anticipation builds, everyone is waiting for that moment when reality meets possibility. Whether this turns out to be a blockbuster signing or just a fleeting whisper, the buzz itself is already fueling dreams and conversations across Chicago and beyond. The city's heartbeat quickens with every update, hoping this chapter will be remembered as the one where Eddie Jackson returned home to lead the Bears back to glory. Now, shifting gears to the second part of this swirling rumor, insiders are starting to speculate on the broader implications of Eddie Jackson's potential return beyond just the team dynamics. There's talk that the Bears might be gearing up for a more aggressive season strategy, signaling a push not just to rebuild, but to contend immediately. Jackson's experience and proven track record could be the linchpin in that strategy, providing the defensive backbone that has eluded Chicago in recent years. Analysts wonder if this move could also attract other veteran free agents, who might see the Bears as a serious contender and a team on the rise. There's also speculation about the influence Jackson's return could have on younger players, potentially increasing retention rates and fostering a winning culture. Meanwhile, rumors swirl about the coaching staff possibly tweaking their schemes to maximize Jackson's strengths, leading to a more dynamic and versatile defense. Fans and commentators alike are caught in a whirlwind of possibilities, imagining how this could shift the Bears' trajectory. The buzz isn't just about one player. It's about an entire organization positioning itself for a breakthrough season. Could this be the start of a new era in Chicago football? The speculation is wild and the excitement undeniable, with every insider report adding fuel to the fire. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Another angle of the rumor focuses on how the Bears' rivals in the NFC North are preparing for the possibility of Eddie Jackson's comeback. There's chatter that teams like the Packers, Vikings, and Lions are closely monitoring the situation, with coaches and analysts trying to anticipate how Jackson's return might alter Chicago's defensive schemes. This anticipation could lead to strategic adjustments, as rival offenses plan to counteract Jackson's impact. Some insiders even suggest that this dynamic could spark more intense and tactical matchups within the division, elevating the level of competition. The psychological aspect can't be ignored either, as players facing a known playmaker like Jackson might approach games differently, potentially affecting performance under pressure. Additionally, rival teams might accelerate their own recruitment and development efforts to keep pace with the Bears' newfound defensive threat. These ripple effects highlight how a single player's return can influence not just one team, but an entire division's competitive landscape. The rumor thus carries implications far beyond Chicago, painting a picture of an NFC North that could become one of the most fiercely contested divisions in the league. Fans everywhere are watching, eager to see how this evolving story unfolds. Financial considerations are another hot topic swirling around Eddie Jackson's potential return. Rumors suggest that the Bears are navigating tricky salary cap waters to make room for Jackson without compromising other key areas of the roster. There's talk of creative contract structures, performance incentives, and even potential player trades to balance the books. This financial juggling act reflects the team's seriousness about securing Jackson while maintaining overall roster competitiveness. Some insiders believe that Jackson is willing to accept a deal that aligns with the team's goals, prioritizing championship aspirations over maximum salary. This mutual understanding could smooth negotiations and lead to a swift agreement. On the other hand, the pressure to stay under the cap could force the Bears into difficult decisions regarding other players, sparking further speculation about roster changes. Fans are closely following these developments, knowing that salary cap management often determines a team's ability to build a winning squad. The financial chess game behind the scenes adds another layer of intrigue to the rumor, making Jackson's potential return a multifaceted story of strategy, ambition, and negotiation. The coaching staff's perspective on Eddie Jackson's rumored return adds yet another dimension to the unfolding drama. Reports indicate that Bears coaches are enthusiastic about the prospect, seeing Jackson as a player who can elevate the entire defense with his knowledge and instincts. There's speculation that defensive coordinators are already brainstorming new schemes and coverages that leverage Jackson's strengths, including his ability to disguise blitzes and create turnovers. Coaches might also see his presence as a way to stabilize the secondary, allowing more flexibility in defensive play calling. This potential integration could lead to a more unpredictable and aggressive defense, one that keeps opposing offenses on their toes. Additionally, the coaching staff might look to Jackson as a key voice in the locker room, using his experience to mentor younger players and enforce discipline. However, integrating a returning veteran always comes with challenges, including managing egos and aligning expectations. These internal dynamics are fertile ground for speculation, with fans eager to see how the coaches and Jackson would mesh. The coaching angle adds richness to the rumor, highlighting how this potential move could transform the Bears beyond just player personnel. Meanwhile, speculation continues about the timing and announcement of Eddie Jackson's return, with insiders suggesting that the Bears might wait for a strategic moment to reveal the news. Possible occasions include the NFL draft, a major team event, or even the start of training camp, times when the impact of such an announcement would be maximized for media and fan attention. This calculated timing could serve to boost ticket sales, merchandise, and overall excitement heading into the season. There's also talk that the Bears want to manage expectations carefully, ensuring that the narrative around Jackson's return is positive and focused on the team's long-term goals. The suspense around the announcement itself has created a buzz that keeps fans and media hooked, with every rumor adding to the mounting anticipation. Speculation about the announcement tactics reflects the high stakes involved, where timing and presentation can shape public perception and momentum. The wait for confirmation has become a story in its own right, with Chicagoans eagerly counting down to what could be a historic moment in the team's recent history. Finally, the fan reaction to Eddie Jackson's rumored return paints a vivid picture of hope, excitement, and renewed faith in the Bears' future. Social media platforms are flooded with discussions, memes, and videos celebrating the possibility of his comeback. Fan forums buzz with debates about how Jackson could impact the defense, who might benefit most from his presence, and what this means for the team's playoff chances. This wave of enthusiasm reflects a broader hunger for success and stability in Chicago's football scene. Some fans share personal stories about attending games during Jackson's previous tenure, highlighting the emotional connection they have with him. Others express cautious optimism, hoping the rumor materializes into a signing that can genuinely change the team's fortunes. This collective energy shows how a single player can inspire an entire community, turning a simple rumor into a symbol of hope and potential. The fanbase's response adds a human element to the story, reminding everyone that football is more than just a game. It's a source of identity and pride for millions. As the rumor unfolds, the city waits, united in anticipation for what might be the start of a thrilling new chapter in Bears history. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.